Hello, welcome back. I took a little break in which I was doing a lot of rethinking my wardrobe, basically just trying to make it more durable, more sustainable, and just really thinking about the materials in each piece I purchase going forward, which obviously brings me nicely onto today's haul. I'm sharing a Gap haul. I don't know about you, but I really struggle when it comes to finding knitwear just because I can't wear wool. I find it so itchy. Obviously you can find synthetic blends on the high street quite easily that mimic wool, but these tend to bobble so fast, and then they also just aren't the most breathable when you're actually wearing them. They're not always that comfy. So I have been doing a lot of research and a lot of looking around to try and find some brands that are quite good for doing natural fibres when it comes to their knitwear, which I didn't think was actually going to be such a big challenge, but it has been. Anyway, I've managed to find some really lovely pieces from Gap that I really wanted to share with you, just in case you're in the same boat as me and you've struggled to wear real wool and are just looking for some alternatives. So I'm just going to dive straight in, and we're going to start off strong with the item that first caught my eye and kind of was the reason for the whole order basically, and that is this oversized jumper. Now this is, first of all, the colour of it, I love the colour. This is my favourite kind of colour for autumn winter. I don't know why, I just love a cream for autumn winter. I just think it looks so bright in like the gloomy winter weather, and it's 100% cotton. So that is what I was in the market for, was just a jumper that was going to be 100% cotton, that would feel nice and soft on the skin, breathable, but then also hopefully wash really well. It is quite like a shapeless sort of fit. It's not soft like wool, in the sense of you kind of do have to finesse it a little bit when you are trying to like French tuck it into your trousers. You kind of do have to just fiddle with it a little bit just to get the drape of it perfect. I love the ridging that they've put on it. I just think that little bit of detail is really nice at the bottom as well. And that's the thing when I'm tucking it, I don't want to hide that completely because I do quite like that. If it had been a little bit more of a boxier fit and finished a little bit shorter, I probably would have been a lot happier with it. But still, I am really pleased with it. I got it in a size medium. I would say the sizing is pretty true to size. Like, it says that it's oversized on the website, so if you are wanting it to be slightly more fitted, definitely size down. So obviously I've just styled this with like a white t-shirt underneath. I do think it looks quite nice. You can just see a little bit of white poking out at the neckline, and then I've just paired it with a pair of jeans, trainers, just like a really easy look. It is just like meant to be an easy jumper just to throw on, not something you need to really overthink. And then of course with like an oversized coat thrown over top and a nice bag. That is just like a perfect autumn winter's look for me. Like that's my outfit rotation basically, like that look right there. But yeah, I just thought this was perfect, and I think it was about £45, which I think is a fairly reasonable price. And then the next item is the exact same jumper but just in a black, just because it's what I need. Like, this is what I live in. I will wear black day after day, and especially for like work and things, I just think black is always just the easiest colour to quickly style in the mornings. And I do think also, like, it just creates a nice base, like having on like even just a pair of black jeans, a black jumper, some black boots, and then you can put like a lighter colour coat on top if you do want to add a bit of colour, but you just know you've got a nice little base that you're working with. But anyway, it's exactly the same. This one I have worn. I've been wearing this one this week, so it might actually have a little bit of fluff on it. But yeah, I have been wearing this one a lot since I've got it. But yeah, the main reason that I brought these were just because they were 100% cotton. I don't actually have any 100% cotton jumpers in my wardrobe at the minute. I just thought that's a little bit ridiculous, and that's probably why I'm feeling like I constantly am having to buy new ones each winter. So I thought, let me try these out, and I can say that this one does wash really well, and you can kind of see probably where this one has been washed. The cream one hasn't. This one is a little bit more fluid and a little bit more drapey, so I do feel like it probably will get a bit softer over time. I just think it is really nice to know that you've got a piece in your wardrobe that is going to be really nice and durable, and it still looks really nice and clean and crisp. And yeah, that just makes me happy, and I don't feel like that should be such a hard thing to find, but I just feel like on the high street at the minute it is a little bit tricky to navigate, because you really have to pay attention to the labels, like so much so that it makes shopping in store just quite a bore. But anyway, I am really happy with this one. I've just shown it styled up with some dark denim jeans and then a pair of black boots, and then I have also just thrown on a coat over top, just to show you how I would wear it just on a day-to-day. Again, it's a size medium, and I think it was £45. So for the next item, whenever I'm ordering from somewhere new, I tend to always just throw in a t-shirt, just because I'm always on the hunt for the perfect fitting t-shirt, and you have to experiment to find the perfect fit, don't you? So I thought I'd pick up a t-shirt from Gap as well. I've gone for black just because I always just find that the easiest colour to test with, because I find black quite flattering on me. And this t-shirt is in a crew neck. It's a really boxy sort of style. I really love the sleeve length and that they're quite wide as well. It's got a really lovely thick neckline, which is something I always look for. It's 100% cotton, which is just a must for me when I'm shopping for t-shirts. It's a really lovely sort of drapey fit. It hangs off the body really nicely. It is a very lightweight t-shirt. It's quite thin. For me, this is absolutely fine. I tend to run quite hot anyway. Like, I would always prefer my base layer to be quite thin and then to be layering on top of it if needed. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but I have been wearing this one loads, so I have washed it quite a few times now, so I can definitely say that the neck does hold its shape quite nicely, which is always so important, especially before these crew neck styles, because sometimes they do just go a little bit like gapey, a little bit like jagged almost at the edge here. But yeah, this one is holding up really nicely and still looks pretty much brand new in my opinion. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you this because I thought it was really nice. Obviously, it is just a plain black t-shirt. I think it was about £30, so not obviously the cheapest, but I do feel like at the minute, like the £30 to £35 mark is where a lot of t-shirts seem to be sitting when you are wanting like that little bit better of a quality. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but I have been wearing this one loads, so I have washed it quite a few times now, so I can definitely say that the neck does hold its shape quite nicely, which is always so important, especially before these crew neck styles, because sometimes they do just go a little bit like gapey, a little bit like jagged almost at the edge here. But yeah, this one is holding up really nicely and still looks pretty much brand new in my opinion. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you this because I thought it was really nice. Obviously, it is just a plain black t-shirt. I think it was about £30, so not obviously the cheapest, but I do feel like at the minute, like the £30 to £35 mark is where a lot of t-shirts seem to be sitting when you are wanting like that little bit better of a quality. Next, I picked up a cardigan, and this is a really lovely styled cardigan. It's in a really boxy, square sort of fit, and then you've got quite big boxy arms as well. It's boxy and it's chunky, which I really like. They've given you these really nice big buttons that are like a black tortoise shell. I love the silhouette that the boxiness of it gives. I really like that it's soft and it drapes really nicely. I got this one in a size medium and it fits me really nicely. I definitely would say it does lean to being a bit more oversized, so obviously if you wanted it a bit more fitted, I definitely would size down. But yeah, I do just really love cardigans in the autumn winter because I just think the button detail under a coat always just adds a little extra dimension than what like just wearing a jumper does, and I quite like that, just a little bit of detail that you can see when you are still having to wear like a really big coat. So this one is in a much softer material because it is a blend, so you've still got, what have you got? You've got 53% cotton, then you've got 24% nylon and 23% acrylic. I was a little bit on the fence just because I wasn't really sure about the composition and whether it was going to hold up well with washing, but I would say that so far I'm doing okay with it. I've worn it loads and I just haven't really washed it loads. And I think that probably is like the key if you are buying synthetic blends. The majority of it obviously is still cotton, but I do just think where those other blends are a bit plasticky, I think when they get hot in the washing machine, I think they tend to like melt, and I think that's what causes them to bobble up quite annoyingly. So I have just been washing this on cold, and I haven't been like quick to wash it by any means. Like, I'm just hang it up and air it out kind of thing, versus popping it in the washing machine every few times I wear it, you know? And I think that's something that I just probably need to get used to with when you buy items like this. Right, so next I picked up another cardigan, but this time it's a cardigan set. So I got a cardigan and I also got a little camisole top as well. I just thought this was a really pretty little set, just because obviously it's really easy to just do a cardigan and then just whatever little cami top you've already got in your wardrobe, but usually mine tend to be like more of like a jersey type cotton material. And I just thought having the cardigan and the camisole both be this really soft knit material just slightly elevates it and makes it feel a little bit more, dare I say, dressy. that might be taking it a little bit too far, but I just think this will work really nicely just for like a dinner, for date night or whatever, just with some really nice like dark jeans, chunky gold belt, some chunky jewellery, some nice heeled boots. I think that's like a really lovely little look. There's not really too much like more I can say about this one because it is quite simple, but simple definitely is my style. Like I like quite minimal outfits that you can just kind of dress up to make them feel a little bit more dressy if wanting to, or you can dress them down to wear them a little bit more casually. So yeah, I have just shown it dressed up as I've just said, with some heeled boots, jeans, some gold chunky jewellery, chunky gold belt, and I've just popped my coat over the top, and then just like a nice little handbag just for like a nice little evening look. But equally, you could also wear this with some nice like baggy jeans and trainers in the day. But yeah, I really like this because it's just very simple, but yet you just feel very put together. I think whenever you wear a coord, you always just feel a little bit more put together. I don't know why. It's just the like ultimate coordination, isn't it? And again, it is the same composition as the last cardigan I just showed you. So it is 53% cotton and then 24% nylon and 23% acrylic. Also, just to mention, the washing label says wash at 30. I would just wash on cold. If your washing machine goes colder than 30, definitely wash it on colder than 30 where it's got those blends in it. But anyway, those are all the items that I have to share with you today. I really hope that you've enjoyed this little haul. If you have, please do let me know what your favourite item is down in the comments and whether you think that you will order any of these pieces yourself. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.